Hey everyone, welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today you join me on December 28th, 2024 on a beautiful 52-degree day outside with my final press vehicle for the 2024 calendar year, and that is the 2025 Ford Explorer ST. So a great way to end off this year of receiving and reviewing vehicles for you guys. Now this was a vehicle I first laid eyes on at the 2024 Chicago Auto Show. Hard to believe that is just right around the corner once again. And this vehicle, as seen behind me, is a fully loaded ST, which did receive the refresh for the 2025 model year with updated exterior interior styling. I'm sure revised packaging, revised center console layout, and technology offered inside the vehicle. And overall, even though this is only the third day I've had possession of the vehicle, I am enjoying it quite so far. But make sure you guys stay tuned here a couple days later from this video, where of course you will find my full driving review and dedicated likes and dislikes, as well as a dedicated Blue Cruise review. That's a little bit of a mouthful there, because I will be taking this on a little bit of a road trip to test out the hands-free driving. This is the first time I've actually had the hands-free driving from Ford sent out to me for me to test. So overall, make sure you guys stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more content coming after this video, and this will likely go up after January 1st, just due to the schedule and the videos I have scheduled to go live between now and then. But anyways, I don't want to waste any more time. Let's go ahead and take a quick walk around tour of the 2025 Ford Explorer ST and see what it has to offer for right around $62,000. So the Explorer ST in front of us is finished in the rapid red exterior with the Onyx Active X leather, suede, and red accented interior for the ST models in specific. Now this is a pre-production vehicle as seen in front of us, so there might be some fit and finish issues or some quality things that might not be exactly up to production spec, but I haven't really noticed anything in particular, so I'm sure it is very, very close to what you will find on your local dealership lot. Now anyways, starting at the exterior, the front end of the Explorer ST, you will find the new revised front fascia for this 2025 model year refresh. This is still based on the same generation of vehicle as seen over the last several years, I believe since the 2020 model year, and I really do like the updates that they did do for 2025. So you'll find full LED lighting for the turn signals, daytime running lights, and headlights, all in this upper housing right here. These are going to be, of course, have high beam assist. They do have cornering functionality, and then there are going to be fog lights located down below. A lot of gloss black accents for the ST and the new ST line that they offer, which is a trim below this one, as well as has the 4-cylinder turbo engine versus this, of course, twin turbo V6. ST badging here on the corner. There's your nice bold Ford logo in the grille with the 360 camera system. Has the black Explorer here spelled out on the front edge of the hood. And then you do have front, rear, side parking sensors for the parking assist functionality and some of the other safety systems found in this vehicle. Now coming around to the side of the Explorer, you will find the standard matte black plastic cladding here around the wheel wells and the lower door sections. I don't absolutely love this look on SUVs, but I think the Explorer wears it overall pretty well, given it kind of mixes the gloss black here at the front end and around the sides of the vehicle with this matte black plastic, and it sure is going to be a little bit more durable and less easy to damage and scratch over time than some of that gloss black if it were used along the entire side of the vehicle. Now coming to the wheel and tire setup, this is going to be the ST standard 21-inch alloy wheel in a gunmetal gray type of finish, wrapped in a 275/45 21-inch Pirelli Scorpion P0 all-season tire. So this is a nice high performance all-season for an SUV like this. It actually makes it handle pretty darn well. There you can see the tread pattern on the tires themselves. Gloss black mirror caps with your LED turn signal integration. They do have ST puddle lights, which are very, very cool at night. There's your camera for that 360 surround view camera system. That is going to be heated mirrors, of course. Does have auto dimming driver side and interior mirrors. And then, of course, you do have the proximity entry on all 4 door handles, which is very, very handy to have. There's a look at the side profile. I like the Explorer and always have in this generation for the slightly longer hood, kind of relaxed rear-wheel drive type of platform look, because this vehicle does come in rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive iterations, but it is a rear-wheel drive based platform. And then you can have the gloss black roof rails up top. This one does have the Sun and Sound package with the panoramic sunroof and the Bang & Olufsen premium audio system. You can get a black painted roof on select trims, including the ST and Platinum, But I looked on the website, it's about a $5,000 upcharge, so I'm not exactly sure what that includes, but I would probably skip that because that is a very expensive add-on. But coming around to the back of the vehicle, again, you're gonna find the refresh styling for the tail lamps and the lighting signatures and some of the other styling elements. We do have LED lighting out here for the running lights, turn signals, and brake lights, all in this upper housing right there. Explorer spelled across the tailgate lid there that connects the two lighting signatures together. There's, of course, going to be the rear backup camera, rear parking sensors, quad tip polished exhaust tips, which look absolutely phenomenal. One of the ST signature design elements. There's the trailering package. This vehicle can tow up to 5,000 pounds as equipped. And then up top, you find the rear wiper, the clear accented LED third brake light. And yeah, overall, I really do like the Explorer. I like how they kept the refresh and the styling, you know, fairly tame. They didn't change anything too much. So if you like the pre-refresh versions, chances are you're gonna like the post-refresh as well. I really do like the front end, looking at it around the side of the vehicle. But overall, let's go and take a quick look at the window stickers so you guys know exactly how this one is equipped before jumping onto the interior. Now take a look on the interior. This is the Onyx ActiveX interior, as Ford likes to call it. It is going to be the ST specific black suede, leather, and red accent stitch interior for this vehicle. Starting out here on the door panel, you're going to find a good amount of soft touch and pretty premium materials for a vehicle like this. Up top, this is going to be a textured kind of injection molded plastic, and then this back portion as well as the armrest is going to be a leather or leatherette with the red accent stitching. Nice use of silver speaker grills, as well as this texture design element right here with the polished door handle pull, 3-person memory driver seat, lock unlock, of course power windows, mirrors, all that good stuff. They do have power folding functionality, and then down below you do have a good amount of door storage, and then there is going to be accent LED illumination under this portion. At nighttime it looks absolutely phenomenal on all 4 doors. And then, as I mentioned, it does have the upgraded Bang & Olufsen premium audio system, which can be seen by these symbols up here on the dashboard. Ford Performance door sill plate looks phenomenal. And then coming to the front seats, you do have full power adjustments with 4-way power lumbar, and then these are going to be the active massaging seats for both of the 2 front seats, so they will have all the exact same adjustments that can be activated and deactivated with this little button in the center of the lumbar. And there is going to be a lot of different adjustments, including 3 zones of lumbar that you can pump up and down, as well as bladders, of course, in the bottoms of the seats that do give you that full body massage with all of the settings up on the infotainment. And then looking at the materials, this is all going to be that leather or leatherette red accent with these suede inserts, of course perforation for the heated and ventilated. And I like the ST little standout embossment, I should say. It's kind of recessed into the perforations that just give it a nice little contrast in that white accent. And then there's going to be the leather type of headrest. And then coming out here to the center dashboard, these are going to be some of the key updates to 2025 models. So here in the interior of the Explorer and the Explorer ST, this is going to be some of the updates to the technology and overall design and interior layout versus that of some of the earlier model years in this current generation. Now, in front of the driver, you're going to find the fully digital and configurable display cluster that is controlled here on the right side of the steering wheel. Now, there is going to be a bunch of settings that you can configure, and I do have a video from a 2024 Ford Ranger with a very similar display going over this in a little bit more detail. But cycling through some of the MyView, you can see trailering, seatbelt indication, trip information, all that stuff can be found on this display cluster. And of course, you can put the full maps up here as well, which is very handy for those road trips, things like that. Now, coming back to the steering wheel, it does have the eye tracking or facial monitor that for the Blue Cruise functionality. So this is where you kind of be tracked your eyes and your face to make sure you are paying attention while using the hands-free driving. And then the steering wheel is going to be the leather and leather perforations on the side, flat bottom design, silver accent with the ST badging at the bottom. So very sporty steering wheel. I really do like the thickness and the overall, feel of it in the hand. On the left side, you have some of your adaptive cruise control, lane keeping system, as well as that Blue Cruise, speed with the audio on the bottom, with your track and seek over here on this side, and then the rest of those, infotainment, voice command buttons, and things like that. Paddle shifters on the back for the 10-speed automatic transmission. Here's your turn signal stock over here, as well as your automatic high beam assist. Does have rain sense wipers and all the other functionality on the right side. To the left of the steering column, you do have the tailgate release, fog light on off, headlight controls, gauge dimming, and then this does have a power tilt telescopic steering column, as you can see right there. And then coming up to the dashboard, all of these materials and the way they've kind of chosen them really does work quite well. I like the leather, I like this cloth for the B&O audio system. I like the vent design with more of the silver accents. And then you can see across the dashboard is going to be the soft touch injection molded plastic, no heads up display, anything like that out there. And then coming over here to the infotainment system, this is going to be the very nice large kind of a widescreen display, so it's not a vertical screen anymore. It does have wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, Sirius XM, AM, FM, USB, Bluetooth inputs, and a lot of nice vehicle controls can be done through the system. There you can see, of course, your seats, ambient light, hill descent control, vehicle status, things like that. And then pressing the menu icon, you can see this is kind of the main page where you can go through all of the functionality of the system. Your dual zone automatic climate control is at the bottom with your heated and ventilated seat controls. It does have automated functionality, so I really do like that. Heated steering wheel, as I mentioned. And overall, like I said, there's just a lot to control here on the screen. So it's kind of the main control center. And I like now it's horizontal versus the vertical aspect in some of the other Ford products. Now moving down below that, 2 AC vents. There's going to be your dedicated power and volume knob, engine stop start button, automatic parking assist, hazards, cameras, so you can pull that up via that button right there. Of course, there's the 360 camera system, traction control off, and then this is going to be the, I believe, automatic vehicle hold on off. Wireless charging pad. It does have some sort of perforations or cooling vents inside, so it might be actively cooled with a little bit of additional storage on the right side. This is a very ergonomic place to place your phone, so I really like that, and it's one of the highlights of this vehicle so far, and that is going to be a Pixel 9 Pro, the smaller one sitting right there. A little bit of additional storage down below. Now this is a pre-production spec, but I believe this should normally pop up. Oh, there it went. Pops up with no issues to access the storage. USB-C and USB-A ports, 12-volt outlet, more hidden storage. Drive mode select for the transmission down here, or excuse me, the gear selection with the manual drive mode, and then drive mode selection is behind that. Does have a lot of different drive modes, including normal, trail, slippery, eco, sport, and of course tow haul. So a good amount of customization you can do on that. Electronic parking brake, 2 decently sized cup holders. Here's the normal ST proximity key fob with built-in remote start, tailgate release, things like that. Nice padded armrest with red accents, more USB-C charging, and a little bit of storage inside. Up top, you do have the plastic pillars with the decently patterned and soft touch headliner. Of course, vanity LED illumination, garage home link, LED overhead lighting, panoramic power sunroof controls, sunglasses holder, woohoo, auto dimming mirror. Of course, your passenger airbag status indicator light, and there's going to be a look at the panoramic sunroof itself. So overall, I really do like the interior. A lot of nice features and amenities that you would expect at the $61,000 price point. But let's go ahead and take a look at the second and third rows and see what you get back there. So take a look at the second and third rows of the Explorer ST. You're going to find a lot of nice features back here as well. So starting out here on the door panel, all of the materials do follow through from the front, which I absolutely love, including that LED ambient lighting. You have manual side sunshades, the nice B&O audio system with 1 additional cup holder on the doors. And then this is going to be a captain chair configuration, so you do not have a bench second row. And there's going to be all the manual adjustments for the recline, slide, and tilt. Stepping inside, step in height is very easy. You have a nice grab handle in a good position. Vents up top, LED lighting, little hooks for clothes or other items such as that. And then there is going to be a quick look at the front dashboard and the setup there. Out back, you will find a manual third zone climate control, heated second row bucket seats, USB-C ports, a nice AC 110 volt, 150 watt outlet. And then there is 2 small cup holders with little nets on the side for expandability. Looks like matte pockets on both of the 2 front seats. And then you do have nice side armrests for both of the captain's chairs. I like this red accent in this, elbow rest portion of them. They do flip up just as nicely as that. And then you do have adjustable headrests that move up and down. Overall, behind my driving position here with the seat all the way in the backmost position, you can see I have like 8 to 10 inches of legroom, plenty of footroom. And headroom is going to be actually a little bit on the tighter side, believe it or not, with the sunroof. Maybe right around 1 inch of headroom. So headroom is going to be the limiting factor, and the seats themselves are actually quite stiff inside of this vehicle. So the front seats much more comfortable than that of the second row. but at least they do have the exact same materials that match them as the front. But let's go ahead and see how you access the third row and see what space is like back there. So to access the third row, you simply pull this lever right here. It'll tilt the seat back forward and then also allow you to slide it all the way up like that to give you a decent amount of ingress and egress room. It's really actually not that bad as long as you commit to it all in one motion. We'll bring the seat all the way to its rearmost position, tilt it up just like that, and of course it can recline a little bit further if you do wish. But with the seat all the way back in a semi-reclined position similar to how I was sitting, my knees are just brushing the back of the seat itself, and then I do have barely enough room to put my shoes side by side underneath the seat, but I would likely go like this and much more comfortable spacing like that. But really not all that bad back here. You have flip-up headrests if you do wish. The seats are all leather, not suede like the first two rows. You have a hard plastic armrest. AC vents are located up here on the headliner with your LED lighting. And then you do have one cup holder down here, a little bit of storage, and then the USB-C ports are going to be found on the passenger side where you do have two USB-C charging. Wish they were one on either side, but nonetheless better to have the feature than not at all. And there's going to be a look at the headliner with those vents and whatnot. So really actually not that bad. My knees are upright a little bit more than I would want, but I think it's actually a little bit better than some of the other vehicles in this class of SUV for third row comfort. So take a look at the cargo area behind the third row. Of course, you do have that power lift gate. And then taking a look at the space behind the third row, again, it is not all that bad with a decent amount of usable storage room. Now there's gonna be the snow brush, and then underneath the floor, you do have a good amount of storage. I would say that's, 8 inches deep or so with side pockets that you can remove those covers if you do wish. Cargo tie down points here on both the back as well as the third row with the seats fold down. There's the subwoofer for the premium audio system, LED light, 12-volt outlet, and you do have the dedicated power folding third row seats for both the left, right, or both together. So pushing that, it will simultaneously fold both of the seats down, and then that opens up a lot of more utility and cargo area room with those tie down points like I mentioned earlier. So really a very practical, usable vehicle, I think, for the average family out there, and pretty versatile in what it has to offer. And I like the power up down third row seats. They are pretty quick to move as well. So that's going to be a look at the cargo area. Let's go ahead and wrap this video on the passenger front seat. And then here on the passenger side, I'm happy to say that you get all of these same adjustments as the driver's side, including the massage and active contour seats. As I look at the dashboard and some of the materials up there, and take a look at the glove box. It does have a damped glove box. Looks like no LED illumination. Very large, usable size. Little pockets here on the side of the center console for maybe a phone or something like that. But overall, very nice interior for the dollar. And of course, what's important about this vehicle is going to be found underneath the hood. So let's go and see what's powering it. So under the hood of every Explorer ST, you're going to find the same 3-liter Ecoboost twin turbo V6 paired to the 10-speed automatic transmission. Now this engine puts out 400 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque through either the rear wheels only or all 4 wheels if you do buy one with all-wheel drive. And overall, this engine has been one of the highlights of the Explorer ST, for many, many years. And it's really a quite stout engine and powertrain setup. But when it comes to fuel economy and things like that, don't expect it to be one of the, most efficient or near most efficient in this class, because it is more performance oriented. So there is going to be some slight trade-offs there. But like I said, this vehicle can tow up to 5,000 pounds, which is just as competitive with some of the top competition. So let's go do it here for this quick walk around video on this 2025 Ford Explorer ST with pretty much all of the main features and options that you can equip on it for 2025. Overall, I am very interested to share my final opinions, driving review, and likes and dislikes here over the coming days. So make sure you guys stay tuned and subscribe on the channel if you guys have not already. But upon first impressions, not only at the Chicago Auto Show this past year, but now sitting inside a very close to production vehicle, I am really, pleased with what they've done with the interior, how they've tweaked it. And I think this is the first time I've ever driven an Explorer ST for any period of time, or I think even at all. So there are going to be some standout features. I don't want to spoil too much in this video, but it is going to be, much more performance oriented than that of even the regular Explorer in, say, ST line or some of those lower trim levels. But anyways, I want to hear your thoughts and whether or not you own an Explorer ST or interested in purchasing one and what you might be cross-shopping this vehicle with down in the comment section below. I want to give a huge thanks to Ford for sending this vehicle out for me to test and review and create this content for you guys. Yeah, overall, I think that is pretty much going to do it. This is my last press vehicle, like I said, of the 2024 calendar year, and we'll be going into the first vehicle for 2025, if you want to look at it that way. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what the 2025 calendar year has to bring, some of the new vehicles coming to the market, and yeah, excited to keep doing this and pumping out the content for you guys. I really do appreciate support. I hope you guys are having a happy holidays and, of course, a happy new year. This will be some of the first content you see from me posted in the new year. So, yeah, overall, I hope you guys had a great new year. And as always, hope to see you guys in the next one.